Hey YouTube, it's me, Copnet speaking. I hope all of you are well. I know I made a video in response to somebody to Bandit Bonnie 118 a few days ago. Oh, sorry, a few days ago. I did, but in doing that, it also made me come to a realization that I have a little confession as well, and therefore I have decided to name it "The Truth Part 2" by Silky. That's me. You see, the problem is with me is that every time I would do a diet regimen or any sort, whether in any sort of way, whether it be fasting or whether it be crash dieting, etc., I would lose weight, but it would stop at a certain point. Like, say I'd lose 20 to 30 pounds or so, but then it would stop. Sorry. Obviously, from a little phenomenon they call a plateau. Now, a plateau is when your body gets used to a certain routine that you do after a certain amount of time. It gets comfortable at the certain weight you are, and then it resists everything that you do in order to reduce it. I've always had, we all have that problem. And yet I have it now, as a week has passed and my weight is still technically 207. Fluctuates here and there, but it is still 207. It is what it is. Although my jeans that I wasn't able to wear in months, I couldn't even zip it up. I could finally zip it up and walk around in it and even sit in it. It felt so much better than it did before, and I can't tell you how many months. But the fact of the matter is that my weight is still the same. So, in order to fight the plateau, I am changing my exercises, adding more water. I'm starting to drink, I just started to drink a gallon. Yes, you heard me correctly. A gallon of water instead of 80 ounces of water in order to flush out all the excess salts in my body. I'm trying to do that. It's not exactly easy, but it is something I have to do. Now, coming back to the video "The Truth" Part 2. I've always given up when it comes to plateaus. I just gotten so sick of it to the extent that I would just not want to do it anymore. That is my confession. I said in a previous video that I would, in order to make myself not go crazy by looking at the scale again and again, I put it in the trunk of my car. That didn't help, because while I was driving home from university, I went over a bump and the scale broke. Well, there goes my good intention. So I bought a new scale. It was something to do with The Biggest Loser from the Taylor Company, I believe. I even gave my scale a new nickname, Taylor, and I call her a girl. I know, it's weird, don't you think? So I put the scale, it's a glass scale, in a safe place where I won't be able to reach it in the house. It didn't work because I just went back to old habits of being a scale freak, just looking at it again and again, despite the fact I know that you can't lose so fast. You have to spread out your success over a matter of weeks, months, and so forth. But fuck logic, it's not working with me. So what I did was I took the scale and put it in the trunk of my car that I'm currently not using. When I will be in need of that car, I will just simply take it out of the trunk and put it on a shelf somewhere until I'm finished using that car, particularly. I am proud of myself in a way that this is the first time in a diet regimen that I've ever been on that I did not let a plateau stop me from wanting to continue with my progress. Because in the past, whenever I would be on a regimen, so to speak, I would look at the number again and again, just being at the same place, and I would be so frustrated to the point I would be like, oh, forget this, I quit. But my determination and my ambition and my willpower, so to speak, has not gone out, and I can only pray to God that it doesn't go out. My confession is that I used to, which many people have, give up on plateaus. I would do well, but then a plateau would come, and I'd be like, oh, forget this. but I don't want to give up anymore. I don't. So I took the scale out of my reach, and I'm drinking more water, adding more protein to my diet because I have another confession to make. I don't eat enough protein, like skinless chicken or fish, tilapia, etc. I don't eat enough of it. So I've added more protein to my diet. I mean, I eat lots of eggs, but it's not good to eat too much of it over the long run. So I've added more fish to my diet, and can only hope that it breaks the plateau that I'm going through. Inshallah, it will work. It might take a few weeks or a month, but I have to keep going. I have to be strong. I know I'm getting smaller. My clothes are telling me that. My physical health is telling me that. Other things are telling me that. If it's not the scale, then it's not the scale. I mean, I think to myself when I feel down, like, Silky, your jeans fit better. Your jeans don't fit you better by you doing nothing. Your back aching in the morning doesn't ache because of nothing. Your hair doesn't have sweat yesterday's exercise sweat due to nothing. You fitting into your old clothes is not the result of nothing. You going through a whole jar of Bengay sports cream is not the result of nothing. Your face getting narrower, your hands getting narrower, your rings fitting better is not the result of nothing, so you must be doing something right. I keep telling myself that in order to keep myself going. I've put the scale out of my reach, and don't worry, I will make a weight loss video update. Whether it's through the scale or through my jeans or whatever, I will make an update. I won't be like other people on YouTube who make their videos and disappear for years at a time. I promise you that. I'm not going anywhere. Anyhow, this is just my confession video of my personal problems and aspects of things. I hope it was helpful, and I hope we all learned something from it. Thank you. Bye.